A rich man buys time. A poor man buys cool stuff. An ambitious man buys skills. A lazy man buys distractions.
Use time to increase our wealth, or how it can hurt our wealth. So let's get into it. The first part we're going to cover is just the principle of time value itself. So what exactly is the time value of money? So the principle, the debate between economists and financial experts is it's better to have money now so you can use it than receive the same amount of money later. And that's a very basic kind of outlook on the time value principle of money. But what happens is this goes for any kind of money that's earned or any money that's spent through loans. So the argument for earning money now or trying to earn as much money at a younger age is kind of the sounding theme of this, is our earning potential is much higher today. We can do through investments, we can save money, we can use the money for better things now today with our money. So earning as much money as possible at a younger age or in the now, in the present, helps us to create money and earn money in the future. And there's a whole formula for this. If you're interested, if you want to nerd out like me, you can take a look at it. Then you can pause this video if you want to take a look at the time value formula, but not too important for us, but just know that there is a bunch of math involved with this argument, with this principle. So how can we use the time value principle in our financial journey? Now, what can we do to leverage this? The first thing is we can find ways to earn as much money as we can now. So find ways to, and that doesn't mean get a better paying job, though that's part of this. You can get higher income. You can find ways to earn more money, work side jobs, whatever it is, get a side hustle, start a business. This also can mean though saving money, investing money. A big part of that saving money is eliminating debt spending. So cut up your credit cards, don't take out any more loans, stick with the debt you have already, but don't add on to that. And of course, pay off that consumer debt as soon as possible. So pay off those credit cards, pay off that personal loan, whatever it is that you need to pay off, get it done. Then start creating multiple passive income streams. So there'll be another video about this topic, but create other ways to generate money, to earn more money. It kind of goes back to that first step. And then of course invest as much and as often as we can. And I'm going to talk about this later on. So part of investing is using compound interest to grow money. So how can I grow money and make more wealth, generate more wealth, and let my money work for itself? So if you don't know what compound interest is, two basic interests. There's simple interest and then there's compound interest. Compound interest is interest earned on top of interest. And the thing that we need to be aware of here is I put money earned, interest earned. This can also work backwards against us. Be aware that you may be paying compound interest on loans that you owe. So if you miss payments, you got to pay a fee, whatever it is. Some bank tools that you can use to earn compound interest. Savings accounts, CDs, certificate of deposits, and money market accounts are all good ways that you can, first of all, save your money, so help your budgeting, but also you can earn money on top of money. So how it works is you put your money in the bank account, they pay you interest rate, you put that interest, whatever it is, say it's usually not much, say it's like $20 for 3 months. You put that $20 back into that account, and then all of a sudden you have your money that you initially put in there, plus your $20 on top of that. Then you get to earn interest on that. So you're earning interest on top of the interest. And there's some investing tools that we're going to talk about later too to earn compound interest. Corporate bonds, treasury bonds, high yield funds or stocks. These type of assets pay interest. They usually pay some kind of interest every month, maybe every 3 months, depends on how you set it up. And you can reinvest that interest in all those gains that you make in that investment and earn even more money. So, a thought exercise for you. Pause this video if you need to. I want you to pick one of the two choices. So think about this. Pick one of the two choices. The first choice, you're given $1 million right now, no questions asked, and do whatever you want. Walk away, whatever. You can get you can get $1 million, or you are given a penny today. just 1 cent, but you're guaranteed that it will double in value every day for a month. So pause this video real quick. Which one would you choose? So this is an age-old question that you usually see in economy, in economics, or in a personal finance class. If you're just given $1 million today, you could, the argument is, I don't like that I got this from DIYinvesting.org, but it's flat. If you just earn $1 million today, most people would spend it. That's why it's arguing that the time value over a month is not good. Some people say, oh, well, you can invest that $1 million, and you can. But this is showing you compound interest and how it can work. So if you get a penny and you start doubling it, you're going to be flat for a long time. But when you get to that day 25, it starts increasing, and you end up by day 31 with almost $11 million. Penny versus $1 million. Of course, you can go back to that green line like, whoa, on day one, if I had $1 million, I can invest it right now and make even more money. But it's just a look, an argument of, if I doubled my compounding interest versus most people, they earn $1 million right away. They're given to it like the lottery winners. They end up spending it. So how loans can impact the time value of money? So this is important for us to understand the money that we spend versus saving. Like how much, if we're in a lot of debt, this can impact our potential wealth. So interest charged versus interest earned is a very important point we need to talk about. So interest charged is money that you have to pay when you take out a loan. So when you get a loan, no matter every loan that you ever get out from a bank or some kind of financial institution, not only do you have to pay the loan amount, you also have to pay the interest. That's part of the charge, since they're giving you that money, since it's a service that they're offering you. Versus interest earned is money that you earn, of course, in what we've already discussed. So interest charged, that goes on to consumer debt, and these are the biggest items. I'm not talking about mortgages right now or business loans. Consumer debt's the biggest thing that Americans need to focus on. Consumer debt's personal loans, credit cards, auto loans, student loans, and I've seen just recently credit card loans is increasing. Credit card loan debt has increased even more this year than last year, and it carries the highest. These type of loans carry the highest interest rates and often the least favorable terms as well. Consumer debt, like credit cards, usually have what's known as a variable interest rate. And that rate changes depending on numerous factors. Is the economy doing well? Is your credit score good? Is your credit score bad? This all could change that rate, and not for the best. So I think right now, a credit card, you can get like 17-18% interest rate, and that can jump up to 28% next month if something happens. So if you don't know how it works, is with variable interest and with consumer debt, a principal is the total amount of the loan. So whenever you go to get a loan, and credit cards are a little bit different, but say you get a personal loan, you get a $10,000 personal loan, that's the principal. On top of that, there probably is a variable interest rate built in. So you have to pay down the principal through what's known as premiums each month. It might be something different, depends on your loan situation. But that's your monthly payments. That can be principal plus interest. That should be, that you'll see it. You'll see how much principal you're paying down versus how much interest you're paying down. And the more and more, the higher the principal or the variable rate of the consumer debt you take out, the more interest you got to pay. So this hurts the time value of our money, because this is money that we have to pay. If we get rid of those interest payments, we can get rid of those premiums, that principal, then that can be more money that we put in our own investments and less money we put into our debt obligations. So just know that this interest can increase. It can start compounding against us. So just like we can earn a lot of money through compound interest, we can also lose a lot of money and owe a lot of money. Inflation. Inflation is a big topic right now in the United States and across the world, but especially in the United States, since our inflation rate has shot up this year. Inflation's impacting the time value of money. So inflation, if you don't know what that means, is the general rise in prices. So normally, there's always some kind of level inflation. The normal level is 1 to 3%. Just because there's new businesses being developed, more people are being born, there's a growth in the economy in some sectors. So you always want a normal rate of inflation. Usually you want it around 2%. It's kind of like the target. A normal savings account earned interest today goes from anywhere between 0 and 2%. I've never seen it at 2%. So You got to have a lot of money usually to get that kind of interest rate. Not that good though. So usually economists and financial experts will say that we need to find investments that earn us around 4% or greater. That way we're beating inflation and we're earning some money. However, inflation rate today, as of the reports of July 2022, so last month, it's August now, and we'll get the reports at the end of this month. But inflation as of July 2022, it depends on where we get our information. But right now, there's several sources saying somewhere between 8 and 9%. So it's tough. It's tough. It's hard to find. I can't put need to find investments that earn 4+% or 8 to 9+%. That's difficult right now. This is a weird time though. This is not like the normal. It might be the normal for the next few months, but eventually, just like the economy has several times. I mean, our inflation's been higher than this even. I think the last time it was this high though was in the 80s. So inflation rate, it can affect time value of money because we we can't earn this much. So money now for something is going to cost, if this rate continues, it's going to cost us a lot more money in the next few months or the next year. So hopefully eventually it'll start going down. Just know that this is not the norm and it's going to be difficult for a little bit, but we need to understand if you can find investments such as real estate that can actually beat inflation. So real estate is a great place to be if you're able to find ways to invest in real estate that can combat inflation for us. I like to show this U.S. inflation calculator. So if I click this site, it goes to this calculator here, and you can type in it all the way back to 1913. But I just like to see, since 2019, before the pandemic, how crazy something was. So I'm gonna type in like $30,000 just to keep it simple here. If I wanted a car in 2019 at $30,000, I'm still eyeballing that car, and I haven't done anything with my money. In 2022, as of June, that's when oh no, as of July, there we go. The Bureau of Labor Statistics had produced more information there. So that car at $30,000 would now be $34,000. So I've lost the time value of money. I've lost almost $5,000, especially if I was just saving that money and not investing it in any way. So the cumulative rate of inflation is almost 16% in just 3 years. So all this it impacts the way we view money, the long term outlook of our wealth, and how we